Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's good to be back in school today. So today we're going to do our reading comprehension. And you'll see these letters and numbers here. This is our standard. So the Louisiana Standard Connector is discuss key details and main topics of preferred text. And so what are the objectives? So what is it that I should get out of here as a student? This is what you should get. Students will be able to independently read the story with understanding, meaning that you're going to be able to read a story and understand what's going on in the story. But not only that, you will be able to identify main ideas and key details on grade level text. How about that? So then, before we do that, we're going to do a do now. So the directions are, please put the following words in alphabetical order. And we know what we mean when we say alphabetical order. It's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so on and so on. And so I only gave you 5 words. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to put these words in alphabetical order in your notebook or on a piece of paper. I put the alphabets here so you can follow. We know that the first word is going to start with an A. So we look to see, because we know A is the first alphabet. So we look to see if we have any A's. Well, yes, we do. So then that will be our first word. So what is our first word going to be? Apple. And I wanted to give you an example of what it is that you're doing. So when you put the other 4 words, and naturally mine is not straight, so don't worry about that. But you're going to put the other 4 words in order. So apple. So now, so then we go to number 2. And this is where you're going to take and put the words in order. So, and I'll be back. So, welcome back. So now you should have all your words in alphabetical order. And if you look at mine, apple should be first, book should be second, 3rd should be cabin, 4 should be offer, and then 5 should be pencil. And actually 2 of these words are going to be in the story that we actually going to read today, which is cabin and offer. They're in our story today. So let's read the story. Okay, so today we're going to read about Kate visits Nan. So these are the 2 words that I was telling that's in the story. So you have cabin. Cabin is a noun. Noun is a part of speech. So a noun is a person, place, or thing. So, and what is a cabin? A cabin is a small house built in a simple or rough way, meaning that they pretty much use logs to build cabins, and you'll find them in the woods, pretty much. So an example, they stay in a cabin made of logs. So you see the cabin? Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. No, I can't. So, but it's made out of logs. So our other word that we're going to use this in the story is offer, which is also a noun, an idea or item that you present to be accepted or refused. So, example, he made her an offer of $5 for her stuffed animal. So it's like if you're at lunch and somebody will be like, oh, if you give me your candy, I'll give you my chips. That's an offer. And you could either accept it or deny it. You can say yes or you can say no. So those are our 2 words that's in our story. So what is our story about? So naturally, we always start with the title. So what is the title? Kate visits Nan. Kate visits Nan. So this is what it says. I'm Kate Skipper, and last summer when I was 9, my mom and dad took me to visit Nan, my Nan. Nan is my mom's mom. She is an artist, and she has a cabin out on, she is an artist and she has a cabin out in the West. So, first of all, we have Kate Skipper. She's 9. Her parents took her to visit her Nan. But she went on to tell you that Nan is my mom's mom, which means Nan is her grandmother. Your mom's mom. That's your grandmother. You might call her Mama, you might call her my dear, you might call her Nan, Nanny, Grandma, Granny. You have different names that you can call your grandmother. You know, everybody is different. I call my Mama, and I had one that I called my dear. Not sure what you called yours, but she went on to tell us that her grandmother is an artist, and she has a cabin out in the West. So, at the start of my visit, with Nan. I was sad. It seemed like it would be a dull summer. But in the end, I had a lot of fun. I was sitting in the kitchen, putting the car that was sitting on my lap. I was sitting in the kitchen, patting a cat that was on my lap when Nan came in. I just spoke with Jake, she said. He made us an offer. There's our word, offer. And she asked, she was like, what sort of offer? So that's a question, like, what kind of offer did he offer you? Like, what did he offer? So he asked if we would like to camp with him and Max. So then Kate said, well, who is Max? Max is a kid. He's 9, so that's the same age as Kate, because Kate said that she was 9. And so she said, her grandmother said, Max is a kid. He's 9 like you. Jake is his granddad, his grandfather, his pawpaw, his grandpa, whatever you call your grandfather, his granddad. What will we do? I asked. Well, we would hike, look at rocks, cook lunch and dinner outside, look at the stars, and sleep in a tent. So this is all the things that they would do when they go camping. Gee, I said, that sounds like fun. When can we start? Tomorrow morning, Nan says. So that's the end of our story. So we just read a story about a little girl whose parents took her to spend the summer with her grandmother, who's Nan. And here's the picture of them. Let me see if I can take it. Okay, so this is Kate. So this is Kate here. This is the little girl who's 9. So her, I know it's not the best writing. And then this is Nan. This is her grandmother right here. This is Nan. So, and Kate went to visit her grandmother. So she thought she was going to have a boring time, because she just figured they'd just be in the woods, you know, just spending time with her grandmother. But come to find out, they got an offer, you know. And so our friend, I guess her grandmother, asked, you know, if they wanted to go camping. So she got to meet Max, who's of her age. And so they had fun because they did different things. And the story told us what they did. You see, look at rocks, cook lunch, dinner outside, look at the stars, and sleep in a tent. So now there are questions that we have to answer. So Kate visits Nan. So what is the story about? The story is about Kate visiting Mom and Dad. The story is about Kate visiting her granddad. The story is about Kate visiting Nan. So that's when you have to go back into your text. You have to go back into your text and see what they said. They said, my mom and dad took me to visit Nan. Well, that looked like something that I need to underline because that seems important. That seems important. So let's see. So the story is about what? Kate visiting Nan. So then you're going to circle that. So where does Nan live? Where does she live? So questions 2, 3, and 4, I want you to answer on your own because I want to see how well you do with comprehending what the story was about. Anything that you need is right in the text. You don't have to go outside of the text to find anything that you need. Anything that you need is right in this text. And you can read the story again. And just like I took in an underline, because I wanted you to see where I got my answer from. So therefore, you need to underline. Underline where you get your answer from. Okay? Have a good day. That's the end of our teaching.